Let's bring in former federal prosecutor and our legal analyst, Shan Wu. Good morning, Shan.
Good morning, Poppy.
So just on the Democrats, there are multiple requests for White House documents here, but just on the request for documents pertaining to the Putin-Trump meetings for transparency, I mean, whose side is the law on here? The White House? It says, look, the president is allowed to have private conversations with foreign leaders, or Congress, which says, look, we have oversight responsibility here.
It's a really fascinating clash of the separation of powers here and what their duties are, because certainly the head of state function for the president is definitely really at a core function for the president. So they're on strong ground, really saying that hands off, it's diplomat to diplomat, head of state to head of state. However, what's different here is President Trump disregards all the normal safeguards. He doesn't have usually his staff in there with him. He doesn't like briefings. There's this allegation that he removed the interpreter's notes. So there's a complete no witness, no safeguards kind of situation when he's talking to somebody like Putin. So naturally, the oversight people are very worried about that. This is a highly unusual situation. It's in the backdrop of a counterintelligence investigation. So the question arises, how can we do any oversight without even anyone to ask or any documents? So I think they're definitely headed for a clash on that. And I think at the end of the day, I think that it's possible that the president's side would win on that if it goes to the Supreme Court.
This is not, Shan, the first time that we've seen a White House or an administration refusal to turn over some documents to Congress, right? I mean, if you think about Eric Holder, Fast and Furious, the Obama administration, I mean, ultimately a lot of documents were turned over, but is that instructive at all here?
I think it's very instructive because of what you just said. Ultimately, a lot of documents were turned over. In the context of what the Trump administration is facing, they want to take such a hard line. We're going to completely refuse. Let's go to the Supreme Court. They're not realizing, or maybe they do and don't care, when you get the court involved that way, it's no longer the three separate but equal branches, co-equal branches. You're really having the court decide. Long term, nobody may like that situation. If the court decides that the president has this kind of tremendous broad power, the Republicans won't like that when the next president is a Democrat. On the other hand, if they really cut back on their powers, no one's going to like that either. So it's dangerous. They should work it out as they have in the past.